Hi, Bill McRae here. This is a little bit higher level sort of information we're going to provide through this training course. There's a lot of courses out there, free email courses and downloads of ebooks and stuff like that, or even my own program called the Bulletproof Email Marketing Solution. It will give you the fundamentals of setting up a squeeze page and a landing page and a thank you page and all that stuff. But I want to talk to you about some of the more important issues once you get the mechanics out of the way. Those are the kind of the basic mechanics, and there's just tons of information available to do that. But I want to talk to you about probably the single most important uh, number. You got to play these metric things. You got to work with metrics because they're constantly working against you. So if you know what your autoresponder in this case is looking for, you can position yourself to be more successful than other people. That's a big part of what we teach with Bulletproof Email Marketing Solutions. It's a big part of what we practice in our solo ad business ourselves. And the number one metric I want to teach you about right now today, and the first thing you're learning in this email sequence, is the term engagement rate. Now, why is this important? Well, first of all, let's define it. Engagement rate is you send out 100 emails, how many people will actually interact with those emails? And there's really two different engagement rates we're looking at. The first one is who's going to open your email. And statistically, with a solo ad list, you may be lucky to get 40% open rate. Now, if you do a product launch and people know your name, you suddenly become an endorsed emailer. In other words, they feel like they know you and they look forward to seeing your emails. You are endorsed, so they're going to open it and they're more likely to believe you. The engagement rate is considerably higher, but in solo ad lists, 9 times out of 10, they don't even know who you are because they're signing, into a blank form. And solo ad list members tend to be on a lot of lists, and they're not that passionate about anything. So the engagement you're going to be very, very lucky to get with a fresh list, if you're managing it right, is about 40% will open an email. Okay, so you're paying a lot of money just to get an opener. Okay, and then the next important engagement number you want to know is your click-through rate. Only about 40% of the people that ever open an email are going to click on an email. So that's 40% of 40%. So that gets you down to around 10%, 10 to 12, maybe 15% of everyone you email is ever going to ever click on anything. And that's what you're paying for. Now, the bigger your list becomes, the lower those engagement rates become. The lower your engagement rates become, the more difficult it is going to be for you to deliver email into other people's inboxes. Because your autoresponder is going to see that your engagement rates are going down. That must mean that people are not interested in what you are sending, and therefore what they're going to do is take your emails and instead of sending them on their upper level, top level platforms, or what we call SMTP servers, they're going to downgrade you to poorer quality SMTP servers because they don't want to ruin the high quality ones. And that all happens because either you're sending spammy emails, which you should never do, or your engagement rate is extremely low. In other words, you're emailing 100,000 people because you want to beat your chest and say, I got a huge list, and really only about 2,000 people are even opening that. You could also mail 4,000 people and have 2,000 people open your emails. That is called list hygiene or engagement management. A big part of what Bulletproof Email Marketing does is teaches you how to segment your list so that you're promoting strictly to people who are engaged in what you have. There's two things here. Size does not matter when it comes to email marketing in terms of the size of your list, because you could have 100,000 list members but only have 2,000 people open a mail or click on a mail. And so you're actual paying for 100,000 list members where you actually only have maybe 2,000 or 3,000 that are truly interested in what you're talking about. Managing that is called list hygiene, or we call it list segmentation, is what we use to manage our list so that our list is always as small and efficient as it can be, because A, I get better delivery scores. I get better delivery. It's up here in that top rank instead of down here with my autoresponder. And two, I'm not paying for leads that aren't interested. Now, that's something that you got to understand, whether you're using AWeber, Get Response, Send Response. You're paying for names on a list. So let's say you have 100,000 list members. It might be costing you $700 a month. But let's say you only have 2,000 engaged list members. It should only be costing you about $100 a month. Now, would you rather brag about how big your list is, and pay like a lot more money, or just talk about your results? And your results come from list engagements. That's the sort of stuff we're going to teach in this course, because you can figure out how to set up an opt-in form and landing page and all that stuff pretty easy. As a matter of fact, in our course, Bulletproof Email Marketing Solutions, and there'll be a link in this email, we'll teach you all that stuff. Plus, we'll teach you the engagement marketing stuff. Now, people go, oh my God, that's difficult. No, it really isn't. It's just not utilized by people because they don't know better, because everybody that teaches email marketing is more interested in how big my list is, not how efficient my list is. But always remember, efficiency is the key thing, and engagement rates, high engagement rates, are what's going to get you the deliverability that you want, the higher conversion rates that you want, and maintain the lowest cost for your autoresponder. Keep checking in. We'll be mailing you every day for the next 7 days. Thank you.